guys, it's Melena and welcome to my 2024 roundup. This is something that I do every single year. I started in 2022 and I plan on doing it every single year. So I'm so excited to hop into this. This is my final video for 2024, guys. This has been a year to say the least. It's been a lot. Let's get started on the 2024 roundup. Yes, I have my hair in braids. I'm taking them out because it'll be wavy in a second. So like, okay, cool. We're just gonna be talking about anything from TV shows to movies to my, like music and stuff. But I am still gonna be talking about everything that I have been talking about, minus my Apple Music replay, because I don't have Apple Music right now, so I cannot access my Apple Music replays. So like, sorry. But anyways, I hope y'all had a super duper great holidays. Whatever you guys celebrate, I hope you enjoyed that. And yeah, let's just get started with my 2024 roundup. Yes, my hair's wavy now. Yeah, I took my braids out. Okay, so the first category we're gonna be talking about, my hair is a mess. Do not worry about it. I cannot style my hair for doo-doo. Okay, so the first category we're gonna be talking about is my top 5 discovered films of 2024. These movies may not have come out in 2024. That will be a separate category, which we already talked about, my 2024 in film ranked. So go watch that if you want to see like every single film that I had watched from the year 2024 that came out. Not every single film that I watched, because that would be a butt ton. But anyways, okay, top 5 recently discovered films. So we're gonna go 5 to 1 being the greatest, obviously. Number 5, Buffalo 66. I really love this movie. I've been on a Christina Ricci kick this year. It's just a really, really good film, and I can't believe I've been sleeping on it my whole life, pretty much. The premise is pretty interesting as well. I love movies that like barely have a plot. Like, we'll get into that in just a minute. Okay, number 4, Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. I had a video talking about this. I really love that movie. I love Jim Carrey, and I hadn't really seen a Kate Winslet film, but that one was really, really good, and I definitely wasn't expecting for that one to hit that hard. It just had me thinking, like, whenever my best friend goes away in the future, because that's bound to happen, death is a part of life, I would want my memory erased. Like that one chick in the movie that literally had her dog, erased from memory. That will literally be me. Number 3, Uptown Girls. Okay, I love Brittany Murphy. I've been trying to watch a lot of her films this year as well. I watched 8 Mile, Don't Say a Word. I obviously love Girl Interrupted. I watched that one a few years back. That one's one of my favorite movies of all time. Anyways, Uptown Girls is also another one of my favorite movies now. That's one of the only films that I've really given a 5-star on Letterboxd. By the way, follow me if you haven't. Yeah, anyways. The little kid and the adult, it just hit so hard. Like, the transition of being a kid and an adult is completely different, and that movie kind of talks about how hard life is as a kid and an adult at the same time. Like, life just doesn't get better. Life just doesn't, get worse. It basically just, like, stays the same, and it shows, like, the bad parts of being a person, like a human. Okay, number 2, Dinner in America. Oh, I love that movie. We all had a Dinner in America phase if you were on TikTok. We'll talk about Watermelon later. But I really loved that movie, and Kyle Gallner has my heart. I love Emily Skaggs, I think is her name. I'm sorry. But I really love that movie. I love, like, the punk, like, I watched SLC Punk, I watched Nowhere. I love punk movies, and this one was, like, a punk romance, and I'm obviously here for that, and it's just beautiful. I love it. John Q has my freaking heart. He can be my music boyfriend as well. Anyways, to my number 1 recently discovered films of the year, that would be any John Waters film. Anywhere from Female Trouble to Serial Mom, to A Dirty Shame, to Pink Flamingos, to Multiple Maniacs, to Crybaby, like every single one of them I absolutely love. The only one I haven't seen is Mondo Trasho. We're not going to be getting into John Waters right now. That will be a completely separate video next year whenever I've watched all of his films. He is my favorite filmmaker if I'm speaking from my heart, he really is my favorite filmmaker. I love camp. I love weird. I love being caught off guard. And with John Waters, that's what you get every single film. So next category we're going to be talking about is top 5 shows that I binge watched this year. I've seen like a lot of random ones, a lot to go through, but we'll just talk about my top 5. One that I'm not putting on this list is because I grew up with Psych. I've just been rewatching that since I hadn't seen every single episode. I've seen maybe like a fifth of the show, so I'm just like, you know, binge watching them to, you know, watch them because I watched them when I was really, really young. Okay, anyways, 5, Hysteria. That one was really, really good. You had me at Bruce Campbell. I love the premise of it. Usually I don't dig like the whole like devil blah 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 shit, you know, like it's just, you know, so overdone. But the way that they did it in this was just like so fun. Like I really did love it. Number 4, Chucky. I had a Chucky era this year. What can I say? I love me some Chucky. That show is absolutely amazing. The first season is definitely the best. But I had fun. That's all that matters. I love Brad Dourif. I absolutely love every single person in those movies. Okay, number 3, Trial and Error. That one is such an underrated comedy. It's insane. It has so many people in it. It has Kristen Chenoweth, John Lithgow. It's freaking got Jama Mays from Glee, aka Emma, which we'll get into a little bit later. Don't worry about it. I absolutely love that show. It's very underrated. It's on Prime. Go watch it. It's definitely worth a watch. It is so fun and catches you off guard. Campy as hell. Totally irreverent. That's like my favorite word now. Like I've noticed in all of my favorite movies and TV shows, it always has the word irreverent in it. It makes sense. Number 2, How I Met Your Mother. I watched that for the first time this year and wow. I have so many thoughts on that. I don't even know where to begin, so I'll just sum it up. First 7 seasons are 100% solid. 8 is really, really fun. 9 is a little iffy, but I blame Jason Segel for that. Segel, whatever. So I don't fault the show, I fault him. But overall, I love the show, and I love everything about it, and definitely one of my favorite sitcoms. Number 1, I technically watched the whole show last year, but I finished it in January of this year, so I'm going to count it for this year. Shameless. This is my second favorite show of all time. I've been rewatching it all year. I absolutely love everything about it. There are a couple things that I would complain about, but I'm not going to do that because I can complain about my favorite show of all time, Glee, which I've also been rewatching a shit ton, and I even watched it with my dad. The whole show with my dad, by the way. Shameless is one of my favorite shows of all time now, and I absolutely love everything about it. If you want to hear me go more in depth about Shameless, if you want to see that, we'll just talk about that in another video, because there's a lot to be said about Shameless. So let's move on to the music segment. Okay, we're going to be talking about my top 5 albums of 2024. Not my most listened to, but albums that came out in 2024. So, number 5, Short and Sweet by Sabrina Carpenter. I was honestly kind of let down a little bit. It could have been so much better. I prefer emails. I can't send 100%. But Short and Sweet was just not that girl for me. I don't know. I don't even know how to explain it. It just wasn't great. Okay, number 4, Harley Quinn. I love Lady Gaga, and I really did love her take on all of these songs. There's only like a handful that I don't really listen to that often, but almost all of them I love. Like, If My Friends Could See Me Now, Close to You, Good Morning, World on a String, The Joker. I just love a lot of that album. Happy Mistake. Like, there's a lot on that I really, really love. Number 3 is Brat. Obviously, I love Charlie XCX. I love her so much. I grew up with her. I loved her Crash era. This album was just so fun. There's only like a handful that I don't listen to and don't super duper like. But overall, it was a damn good album, and it definitely deserved all the hype. But I really loved Brat. It was so much fun. I still bopped all of them. Like Club Classics is a bop. Von Dutch. Guess. I just love the majority of them so much. I have so much fun with 360, 365. I'm sure y'all enjoy it just as much as I do. So let's hop into my top 2. Eternal Sunshine, Ariana Grande. I love that album so much. There's only like 2 that I don't really listen to. The rest are like, oh my god, bop, bop. Like, bye? Girl, bye. The Boy Is Mine definitely grew on me. I wasn't a fan at the beginning, but like, I grew to love it. And I really love Yes and I love We Can't Be Friends. I love True Story, Supernatural, Eternal Sunshine. I'm sure I'm missing some. I just can't think right now. But I really, really love that album. And my number one is obviously hiiii and Soft Billie Eilish. That one, in my opinion, I don't know if it's just because I'm just in this era right now, but this is her best album. My favorite of hers, honestly. I love every single song off of it. There's not one bad song. I don't skip any of them. Unless I'm not in like a sad mood, then I skip like a couple, obviously. But like every single song, perfect. Every single thing about this album was just perfect. Okay, let's move on. I could literally talk about hiiii and Soft for like hours, but I'm not going to for the sake of this video. Okay, top 5 artists of 2024. These are just artists that I know for a fact that I've listened to a crap load. So yeah, let's hop into that. Number 5, no doubt. I would say that my most listened to songs are definitely Bathwater, Ex-Girlfriend, Simple Kinda Life, No, Hey Baby, Hella Good, It's My Life, Sunday Morning, Just a Girl, No, Don't Speak. Like, there's like a lot that I've been listening to a lot, and they're just so good. Return to Saturn or Return of Saturn. It's definitely their underrated album, and I love that one so much. Number 4, Lady Gaga. I have to put Lady Gaga on this list every year because I revisit her so often. Like, she's probably my most consistent artist throughout like the past 6 years. I love Gaga so much. She's so... I don't even have to get into it because if you're watching this video, then you obviously followed me because of the Lady Gaga video. Anyways, her solo albums I've reacted to on here. I love Gaga so much. There's not like one bad song by her. I listen to like the majority of her albums, but specifically like Art Pop and then Bad Romance, because I know that one was like overplayed or whatever, like one of her most popular, but it's a damn good song, you know, just because, like, for example, Bad Guy with Billie Eilish. That one was like overplayed or whatever, but there's a reason why that these songs are overplayed, because they're so good. That's the thing. They're like so good, people know it. Anyways, Gaga is and will always be up there for me. Number 3, The Smiths. I really got into The Smiths this year. Oh my god. As you saw from my Spotify Wrapped, The Smiths were on there a lot. You know how you feel when you're listening to The Smiths. Sad and a depressed bitch.
Yeah! Yep, that's me.
Need I say more? No. Number 2, Billie Eilish, for obvious reasons, because she had an album come out this year, and yeah, I'm obsessed, always. Number 1, Hole. I don't really need to say anymore, but I love Hole. Didn't say I love Courtney Love or her choices. Same with Morrissey. I don't support him. I just love their music. Morrissey and Courtney Love, don't love them, but I love the music they make, you know. But I absolutely love the Live Through This album, and I love their Teenage album. I've gotten into the Celebrity Skin album a little bit. Yeah, there's just a lot, but every single song on the Live Through This album I've revisited so much this year. That's probably my most listened to album that wasn't Billie or Gaga. Those are my top 5 artists of 2024. Comment down below what you guys have been listening to and whatnot. I'd really like to know. My top 10 songs. This is my last category in the music segment. If y'all have been following me since the beginning of my roundups, y'all know that I have like a playlist link down below that I've curated and post every single year of like my top 50 songs. So yeah, that'll be linked down below and go check it out. Okay, so I'm just gonna go from 10 to 1, like I said. Why do I have like a southern accent right now? I'm not southern. I'm literally from Illinois. Anyways, okay, tell me something good, the Glee cast. I had to incorporate a Glee song, and this happened to be my most listened to of the year. Don't ask, I don't know. Because I watched Glee 3 times altogether. Yes, I have a problem. I know this. Thank you. I don't even know. I already know. Yeah. Number 9, Obsessed, Olivia Rodrigo. I had to add Olivia Rodrigo's Obsessed because I was obsessed with this song so hard, so much. It came out on my birthday this year. Fun fact, I completely was just like,
guys, it would be funny
if she would come out with like the deluxe on my birthday.
She did. That was awesome. So I really had to incorporate that song because I love that song. Number 8, Die With A Smile, Lady Gaga and Bruno Mars. I definitely needed to add that one because it's such a great song. It definitely deserved like what it got this year because it was just so reminiscent. Lady Gaga and Bruno Mars were like the king and queen of the 2010s. So of course they needed to have a song together. And I'm glad that this one was the one. That was so beautiful, and I'm so glad that the song exists. Number 7, Espresso, for obvious reasons, by Sabrina Carpenter. Because it's iconic, and it definitely deserved what it got. That will be my last commercialized song. I don't usually buy into, like, the commercial shit, but, like, when a song's good, it's good, you know? I was a fan of Sabrina before she got commercialized, so... yeah, anyways, that song was a bop. We all know it and love it. Number 6, Bathwater by No Doubt. Like I said, I had a full-on No Doubt era this year. I love No Doubt so much. I love ska now. That's why I've been listening to a shit ton of Sublime. And I don't know if you consider Cake ska. I don't think they're ska, but like a lot of 90s bands I've been listening to this year. And I've just been obsessed with No Doubt being one of them. And Bathwater is my favorite by No Doubt. So I feel like I really had to include No Doubt on here. And not just stick to, you know, Hella Good, because that one is like so good. I love that song. Number 5, Yes and Ariana Grande. I absolutely loved the Eternal Sunshine era, and Yes and was probably one of my most listened to songs of the year. And it was just so fun, and I was so glad to hear Ariana Grande again, because I always have like a massive era whenever she comes out with an album. And this album is definitely my second favorite of hers, I think. My first being Thank You Next. Number 4, Watermelon by John and Jane Q. Like I said earlier, Dinner in America is so amazing and so impactful for me. There's just a lot. I love the weird girl, you know. I don't really consider her as like a weird girl. I definitely think she has some like mental stuff. I wouldn't call her weird. But, like, the vibe that we got was weird. You know what I mean? So, like, I felt like her. Plus, my middle name is Jane. So, I'm like, oh, my God, Jane Q, yes. Anyways, I really love that Watermelon song. And I think I've sang that song, listened to it, like, 200, 300 times since October. That's a problem, I know, but I love it so much. I love like that rock grunge feel, the dirty, gritty feel so much. That's what I've missed. And I love that song. Okay. Number 3, Please, Please, Please Let Me Get What I Want by The Smiths is my third one. I love The Smiths. That is my favorite song by them. So I had to incorporate that one. It's so short, yet so sweet and beautiful. My second favorite song is The Night Has Opened My Eyes by them. There's a lot of Smith songs that I could have put on here, but I chose this one because it was just so beautiful and one of my favorite songs of all time, and I will never change that. Okay, number 2, Chihiro, Billie Eilish. I limited myself to only one from the album because I would have put all 10 in my top 10. But I had control. Chihiro is probably my favorite song on the album other than Wildflower. I just love Chihiro so much. That one I've heard probably like 100, 200 times this year. That song is one of my favorites of hers, and I have a lot of favorites by her, and that one surpassed a lot of the great ones, and I'm just like, girl, stop making great songs. It's gonna get overcrowding in here. Jeez. But I love that one, and it was just so awesome, and thanks Billy and Phineas for a great third album, honestly. This year's been a great year in the entertainment, you know, part. Okay, number 1, End of Beginning by Dijo. Dijo. Sorry if I'm pronouncing your name wrong. Sorry, Joe. I reacted to a couple songs. I was a little bit of a mini fan before I'm not going to say commercialized, but TikTokified. But I didn't super hear this song beforehand, which I feel really bad about because I was really, really late to the game. But I would say this song definitely represented my 2024. Like, it was just, wow. It was a lot. I loved it. It's such a beautiful song. The feel of it is so overload. Nostalgia. Thanks for making me feel like shit, Joe Curie. But I loved it. Every second of it. Definitely one of my favorite songs of, you know, this decade so far. Anyways, those are my top 10 songs of 2024, and let's get into my last category of the video, and then we'll close out, and this will be the last video of 2024. Okay, so I kind of wanted to share some of my physical media finds, like some of my favorites that I have found throughout this year. I have this many movies that we're going to cover, so I'm just going to zoom by them and only sum up in one sentence. So let's hop into it. Dazed and Confused, I have not seen yet, but I'm really excited to see it. This has definitely been on my watch list forever, so I'm really excited to watch it. Final Destination 3, it's my second least favorite of the series, but I mostly bought it because Corey Monteith was in it, but this one was actually really, really good. There's not really a bad movie in this franchise other than like the fourth one. I'm not a huge fan of the fourth one, but this one is really, really, really fun. I found this one buried somewhere in here. I didn't know that I owned this one. The Ultimate Paranormal Activity 6 movie thing. I really do enjoy these. I definitely enjoy the first 4. So yeah, I'm really glad that I found that. Jawbreaker, a definite underrated 90s classic. My cousin turned me on to this and she gave me her second copy or something. She's like, oh yeah, you can have it. So I own this now and I love it so, so, so much. Neighbors. This movie is so funny. And so I just enjoy a Seth Rogen movie. This one's really, really fun and I'm glad I own it now. 10 Things I Hate About You. This find was unexpected because I didn't think that I'd actually hold this in my hands. I have not seen this in like 5 years, so I don't know if it, you know, was as good as I remember, but I remember like really liking it. I think I gave it like a 4.5 on Letterboxd. Juno. I don't remember where I picked this up at, but it's like an older copy. Like I got it used. I didn't buy it brand new. I just really love a good Michael Cera movie, and this one is definitely up there in Michael Cera movies. And I definitely love Elliot Page in this, and J.K. Simmons and Rainn Wilson, and I think Allison Janney's the mom in it. I have not seen this in 5 years, so this one is definitely one that I should watch again. It's been like 5 years, like I said. Same with 10 Things I Hate About You, so those two I should definitely watch. Like, I've been definitely planning a movie night with like Juno, Jennifer's Body, and Lisa Frankenstein, so if you want me to do that on YouTube, I definitely will, and we can all watch those movies together. Fools Rush In, a definitely underrated Matthew Perry classic. I did not expect to like it as much as I did. I'm so glad I found it because this one was so funny, so fun. Salma Hayek is hilarious in it, and I'm not a huge rom-com girly, but this one is definitely a good one. Okay. American Beauty. I did not expect to actually like this movie. I thought it would be over-sexualized, and it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. There's definitely a layer to it that, you know, they pull back a little bit. One thing I do have to say about Mina Suvari that I did not bring up earlier was one of my favorite, like, discoveries was the American Pie franchise. I really do love that franchise. Yeah, that's off topic. But, like, if I ever find, like, that 4-film collection, I'm gonna buy it. Like, it's, like, pure garbage, and I love it. Anyways, off topic, but this one was a damn good movie. I did not expect to like it as much as I did. Okay. Silver Linings Playbook. Jesus Christ. I really enjoyed this movie so much. I love them together a lot. So, yeah. This was really good. I don't even know what to say about it, but this was a really good find. Empire Records. So great. Definitely as great as I was expecting. Very fun, very 90s. I love this cover so much. Look at the dog. My only complaint about the movie was that there was no dog in the movie. Clueless. One of my favorite comedies. My favorite, like, girlish, you know, chick flick, I guess. Probably my favorite along with 13 Going on 30. Those are like my top 2 like chick flicks. I love Brittany Murphy. I love Alicia Silverstone. Paul Rudd is in it. We got the guy from Scrubs and Big Fat Liar. I forget his name right now. I feel so bad. It's just so fun. And I'm so glad that I own this on DVD now. I love it. One of my favorite finds. We only have so much left, okay? We have half a stack. So we don't have that much. Okay. 500 Days of Summer. I picked this up Mega Replay, I think. This one was a really, really great find. I just watched this for the first time this year. I was gonna include it on my top 5 list, but like I had to incorporate the others. This one is so upsetting, and I don't know. It just sends you somewhere in your brain. I have not had a relationship like this, or any really, so I think I'm gonna understand it and appreciate it more when I actually have one like this. But this movie was so insane. Watch it. If you want a horror movie, watch this. One of my favorite comedies of all time, The Hangover. Freaking Hangover. Such a classic. Love Bradley Cooper, love Ed Helms, love Zach Galifianakis, love Carlos right here. Gotta love Carlos. This one was just so fun. If you have not seen this, go check it out. You're crazy. I actually do enjoy the trilogy, honestly. I do. But the first one is by far the best. One of my favorite comedies of all time. Sadly, no special features though. So that's my only downside of this. Then that's one of the main reasons why I do get DVDs, other than they're better than streaming, but whatever. This one, Rocky Horror Picture Show, 35th anniversary. This movie has been in the family for generations. It started with my grandpa. It ain't gonna end with me, bitch. It will stay in the family until the universe crashes. So this movie was definitely great to find on Blu-ray. It has so many special features. Look at that. It's insane, guys. I don't know if you can see that, but like, it's really insane. I love this movie so much. It definitely grew on me. Originally, I was not a super huge fan. I love the soundtrack, but this has definitely grown on me, and I'm so glad that I own this now. I love Tim Curry so much. Barry Bostwick is awesome. I met him. It was all so great, and the fact that I own this now is so awesome. Okay, here's a Clippy DVD. Here's a Clippy DVD. The Wedding Singer. I'm so happy that I own the Drew Sandler trilogy on DVD now. I absolutely love this one. This one is one of my favorite 90s comedy type rom-com romance thingamabobs that's set in the 80s. It's amazing, and I love this so much. The soundtrack is obviously to die for, and if you haven't seen it, watch it. Now we're gonna be getting into the shows and a couple DVDs that I had burned. So this one was a super great find. I got it from my dad for his birthday. Saturday Night Live, The Best of Dana Carvey. He loves Dana Carvey so much, and I love Dana Carvey so much, so I'm just like, we need to own this on DVD. There's just a lot of really cool stuff on there if you want to see that. I could not find this anywhere, so I'm like, I have to have this. The Glee Project, the complete series. I crafted this myself. Thank you. Yeah. I really wanted to watch the competition series that they had for the Glee Project. I'm only like 2 episodes in. It's a little hard to get through, but like, I'm gonna take what I can get with my Glee content. I'm not picky. It's my favorite show ever, and yeah. Continuing with the Glee theme, I got this Glee Encore this year. I have been slowly but surely bringing up my Glee collection. This is just straight up like musical performances. I'm not complaining because it's Glee. And then I found this brand new factory package season 2 of Glee. Like, literally, it hadn't been opened, guys. It literally had not been opened before. So I'm so glad that I have this. It has like the Glee jukebox, the like unreleased like songs, and a lot of special stuff. So I'm so glad that I have this. This is like one of my favorite seasons, guys. Like, I was so fangirling whenever I saw this because I had only had volume 1 and volume 2 separately, and my favorite disc didn't work with Rumors on it, and I was so upset. So I'm like, I need season 2 on DVD, and I found it brand new. Season 5 of Glee I got for my birthday this year, so I'm hoping to get season 6 because that's the only season that I don't own, and I really want to own it. And a movie that I had burned and made by myself is But I'm a Cheerleader. This is my 3rd favorite movie of all time. I went all out for this. I took out my Monte Carlo and used it for this a lot, guys. I love this movie so much. I'll talk a little bit more about all my favorite movies in another video, but yeah, that was my 2024 roundup, plus my finds that I found this year. There's all of that. So there's all of that. I just really want to say thank you guys so much for watching and supporting my channel this year. It's really meant a lot, and yeah, I'm not gonna do the wishy-washy bullshit, but just thank you guys so much, and I will see you guys in 2025. Yeah, anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in 2025.